In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to play Skye. Welcome back to my Shotgun All the Way to Platinum series, where I go from Iron all the way to Platinum only using shotguns. And on top of that, in this video, I'm going to be giving you a bunch of Skye tips and tricks. Whenever you have your bird out and someone's right next to you, just flash anyway. It's better chance than you moving back to your shotgun and them being able to see again. No matter what, whenever you're peeking out of a corner and you have a flash, just use the flash. There's no point of saving your flashes when you gain them back over time. Every time you're about to enter onto site, make sure you use your dog. And not only that, every info that you get, make sure you tell your team. Tell your team if they're there, tell your team if they're not there. Tell them what gun they have if they are there. Everything you gotta communicate with your team. Just like in this round, as soon as I dogged, I told my team that Reyna is there and she has an operator. So then after they knew that, they didn't really just openly peek. They played it slow, and I also flashed him so Reyna couldn't even see, and then when she couldn't see, my teammates killed him. Also, it's good to hide in real weird corners because then no one expects that you're gonna be there. It's not good to die with your abilities. In this 1v3 situation, I still use my dog and my flash, because if you're going to die with your abilities, then what's the point of even having your abilities? Always use all your abilities. In this round, as soon as I flashed out of the wall, there was a person, and then I was able to kill him. Then we knew that the last people were long, so my teammates were weak, so I just decided to heal them. And then after that, I knew that there was no point in me just staying back there, so I decided to push, and I killed them both. Brimstone's lit. Let's go. Whenever you're defending, you could use your dog to go to main, and then you could see if they're actually pushing to that side or not. After you win pistol round, it's always good to force next round, because whenever you force next round, the whole other team's gonna have like sidearms, and you're gonna over here have a shotgun or a Spexr. And then you pretty much just guarantee yourself another free win. This is another example of me showing you why you should always use your abilities. Literally, it was a 4v1 situation and I knew where Reyna was. And still, after all of that information, I used both of my flashes so I could secure that kill. Whenever you're defending, it's always good to flank. But don't flank too often because then they're gonna know you're flanking. And after all those rounds, we ended up winning the game 13-8. Let's see how much RR we ended up gaining. We actually ended up gaining 24 RR, meaning we now have 25 RR in Silver 3. Let's go on to the next game. Whenever you're attacking a Fracture, make sure you always watch Tower. The reason I was able to get a 4K so easily is because I just flanked them from Tower and I killed 3 of them. Then after that, I flashed the 4th and killed him too. Can I ace? Let me ace, please, let me ace. When you're defending, you usually should not be pushing. But with Skye, if you just flash out, then you could technically just push out. Especially when you have a teammate, because they're not going to be able to see and you're going to be able to get so much kills because of that. On Fracture, when you're defending, if you just dog outside of door and then just go through door, you'll know if they're pushing through A main or not. And that will give you a lot of info. Whenever you're about to use your dog, never jump and go forward at the same time, because then whenever you do that, the dog actually ends up behind you somehow. Whenever you're pushing out to B side on Fracture, make sure you always watch your corners and always try to go to Tower first. Because if you don't go to Tower first, there'll probably be someone up there, and then when you're planning, you'll die to them. Also, after you get spiked down, it's not usually good to push out, but sometimes when you know where they are and you have flashes, just flash out and kill them. And then go right back to spike. And just like that, we were able to win the game 13-6. Let's see how much RR we ended up gaining. We actually ended up gaining 20 RR, meaning we now have 45 RR in Silver 3. Let's go into the next game. Every time you're pushing onto site, make sure you always dog. There's 2 backside, 2 backside. This round, I knew that there was someone back yellow, so I just decided to flank him and then flash him so I could easily kill him. Here it was a 1v3. Spike was dropped and I knew that they were probably holding Spike, so I just went to Spike, got Spike and killed the person. Then after, they probably thought I was gonna rotate A, so I just decided to lurk B so I could get another pick. And then after I got that pick, that 1v3 turned into a 1v1 real quick. So then I just decided to actually go A, but then when he knew I was going A, I decided to rotate back B, cause I still had a bunch of time left in the game. Never be afraid to use your ult in a 1v1 situation. As soon as I got Spike down, I decided to ult so I could know where he is. When I knew he wasn't coming from Snowman, I decided to hide from Snowman because he was probably not going to expect me to be there. And then when he started defusing, he started looking at yellow side, right? So then I just flanked him and was able to easily kill him. Meaning, I was able to get the 1v3 clutch off. Make sure you always trade your teammates off. Whenever you're attacking, make sure you always watch your flank. Since this round that the other team did not watch their flank, I was able to flank them and get 3 of them. And because I got 3 of them, that was a big reason why we won this round.
Top, though.
Let's go. Good job, guys. Whenever you can't see and you're in this situation, it's good to flash out, because that means the opponent's also not gonna peek you, because they also can't see. So you could just wait for your thing to go back to normal, and then you guys can easily have a fair fight. If you're in your dog and there's a chance that someone can be behind you, get out of your dog immediately. The way I was able to win this 1v2 so easily is because their Reyna was in the dismiss, so I just followed her out of her dismiss and was able to easily kill her. And then after Fade ulted me, she was probably thought I was gonna run away. So I tried to be unpredictable and did the exact opposite. I stayed there. So she tried entering out the site easily, and I was right there and killed her. Meaning I won the 1v2 clutch. And the game actually turned out to be a draw. Meaning no one won, neither no one lost, and the score was 14-14. Let's see what happened to our RR. Not surprisingly, we actually got 0 RR, meaning we still have 45 RR in Silver 3. Let's see how next game plays out. On Breeze, whenever you're defending, you always have to watch out for people that are gonna come out of Switch. Also, whenever the other team goes in a Viper route, you have to try to go inside the Viper route for as least time as possible, and try to focus on killing their Viper. Whenever your bird gets destroyed, that's probably a bad sign to peek out, but the reason I peeked out here is because I heard him reloading. Oh my god. When you're attacking and your whole team goes to one site, it's sometimes good to lurk on the other side, because then you could catch some people trying to flank or just playing it slow, like I did right here. And then after, you could go to mid and probably catch some more people off guard, or at least just waste their time so they can't retake as fast. Let's go, right click for. Whenever there's a Viper out, it's really good to have a shotgun, because they're also gonna be one shot. So if you just hit them once with a shotgun, because it does so much damage, you're probably gonna easily kill them. For some reason on Breeze, not a lot of people expect a mid push. It's also really good to push up mid. Whenever there's a Sage wall, you gotta watch out for people on top of the Sage wall. And also, if you want more Sage tips, I also finished Sage only to plan. If you wanna watch that, it's in the top right of your screen right now. Whenever you have spike down, it's good to play mid, because they're probably gonna run through mid, and then you'll be able to easily pick them off. And just like that, we were able to win the game 13-10. Let's see how much RR we ended up gaining. We actually ended up gaining 20 RR, meaning we now have 65 RR in Silver 3. That's it for the video, guys. If you learned something new or enjoyed, consider subscribing. I also coach my Breeze. If you want to get coached, just comment down your Discord name and join my Discord server. And I also stream all of this live right here on my YouTube. So if you want to see the whole games every round, just come to my streams. And yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Later.